So this is the view from our hotel room. Can you guess where we are? Flag flying up there. So we are staying at the Square Hotel in Copenhagen, and that is the City Hall right there. So we are in Copenhagen. Me and my mum are on a trip. It feels mad to be in a different country with these different languages. I'm reading things and I haven't got a clue what they say. But this is a trip that we've been talking about doing since I can remember. Those of you that know me know that there's family connections here in Denmark. My granddad was Danish, so me and my mum have always wanted to come here so she can show me like where my great grandparents used to live, where my great grandparents were scattered, and just generally explore the city. Yeah, so here we are. It's rather crazy. But we are on our first day now. I've just had breakfast and got ready, and we are gonna head to the church where my great grandparents are. So wish us luck trying to get the bus. So the trip is a mixture of family stuff and touristy stuff, so if you're interested in that, carry on watching, but if you wanted a pure touristy video, then this one isn't for you. I always think you should try and at least learn a few words of the language to whatever country you're going to, and especially as I actually have a connection to this country, so my granddad's probably wishing that I did know some Danish, but hi is hi, which is pretty easy as far as I'm aware. And thank you is tack, like blue tack, which is a very British comparison to make. That's as far as I've got so far. Excuse me with a mint in my mouth. After one metro and one bus, we are here. So this is where my grandparents were, great grandparents were laid to rest. So it's a rather special trip. This church is just in the middle of nowhere though, it's crazy. I'll show you. You've got like a load of houses, and then just this spectacular looking church. It's crazy. Well, I've just got pooed on in my hair. I just said to Mum about it, and now we're both crying with laughter, and because Mum said that that used to happen to my great grandmother all the time.
And to your granddad.
And my granddad. She used to say that whenever they were out and about, they always used to get bird pooed on. So it's good luck, as well as a bit of a family sign, I think. But I'm now going to wipe that out of my hair. It's so beautiful here, though. Ah. So pretty. Just had a little brush through. We're now going to go and walk over the other side so we can get a better view. See in the background? Not that you can miss it, but we're now just walking through the gardens. What a day it is. So we're just making our way back now. You can see the church again in the background. But it is Grunds, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Grundtvig Church, and it is absolutely beautiful. If you like architecture, churchy type things, or just pretty buildings, it's beautiful here. You certainly don't have places or churches like this in the UK. It's almost sort of fairy-like, all the different flowers and picturesque trees and benches, and it's just really, really pretty. Managed to get on the wrong bus, which wasn't actually our fault, it was the bus driver's fault. So we were actually on the right bus, but not. Going in the wrong direction. So we're now in the metro with our Google Map instructions. Hopefully we will be heading back to the hotel, where we're going to have some lunch and figure out what we're going to do next. Titley Gardens is just there. We are on our way to a Danish bakery. Well, funnily enough, Danish, but we've just passed like a Scottish pub, an Irish pub, an English pub. So I'm going to say Danish bakery. Hopefully there'll be some amazing pastries in there for lunch. I was going to film me eating it, but I just couldn't wait. I had a cinnamon iced bun Danish pastry thing, and it was incredible. Just what I hoped it would be, but I was going to film me eating it and show you guys, but I couldn't, just couldn't restrain myself from shoving it all in. We have just had a freshen up, and now we're going to go and see what we can find. I feel like I could sleep for a week, so we just had a cuppa and a snack at the hotel lounge. And yeah, now we're going to go and explore. Good old Uncle Phil just video called us. He remembers quite a lot more. He's a few years older than my mum, so he remembers quite a lot more about sort of how to get around Denmark and where to go and all that kind of thing. So he's just given us a few tips. We're going to try and get brave and use the bike hire. He's also advised a certain type of chocolate that we need to get, so I'm definitely up for that. We didn't realise how close the hotel was to a street called Stroger, which is known as like the walking street. It's just off the City Hall Square, but it's just no traffic's allowed here, and it's just a whole street full of shops and souvenir shops and stuff. So we're going to go and have an explore. Denmark and Scandinavia as a whole is known for being quite expensive, and Mum is celiac as well, so we've been trying to find places that do gluten-free. We just got really excited because we saw that the Burger King does gluten-free burger buns. So I think that's what we're going to have for dinner. It's a bit of a cheaper dinner option tonight. We went to a lush Italian last night called Osteria Alfredo, so recommend that as well. The pizza was amazing and they did gluten-free. It's the bakery we went to earlier, but the one near Tivoli. There's obviously a chain, but I naturally sniff out bakeries and things like that. Just passing another one and noticed that all of these croissants have cream on top, and that one's banoffee, which is my favourite thing ever, apart from chocolate orange obviously. I'm gonna have to get one, aren't I? There are ice cream, waffle and crepe places everywhere as well, and churros. It's temptation heaven. Would it even be Denmark without a Lego shop? I don't know if you guys can hear the song that's playing. It's very apt at the moment. Good old Black Eyed Peas, Road to the Love. We just had our Burger King. Very British, I know, but we can't afford to keep eating out at the Danish restaurants. Heading back to the hotel. Gonna go for a good old cuppa, and then, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I went back to that bakery and got the banoffee pastry for my pudding. I think it was buka or bucka. Either way, it looked incredible. I need to go back and get the fruity one as well, I think. We're sat here, half asleep. Mum's been reading her book. I've been watching Catfish because it's one of the only things on the telly I can find that's in English. But we're going to try and be grown-ups and get changed and head to one of the bars. I found one on Google called the Library Bar, which looks really nice, and it's got good reviews, nice looking cocktails, and it says it sometimes has live music on a Friday, and today is a Friday, so we're gonna be brave and go and check it out. Hopefully we can even find it. Right, we are changed. I don't really know what the vibe of the bar is. I just thought I'd put my leathery leggings on with my boots and a shirt. Mum's got her Danish finery on as well. Because I don't know what the vibe's going to be, but just thought we'd go mad. I'm such an old woman though, honestly. I'm so tired. I could easily just get in the shower and go to bed, but I want to make the most of it too, so off we go.
It's Christmas.
I think I've decided on one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
It's like the biggest cocktail menu I've ever seen.
I have the mojito.
The mojito?
Yeah, the apple berry virgin mojito.
The classic. This reminds me of the Beauty and the Beast library in here. It's really dark in here, but I thought you might still be able to see. Iranian colours lit up there. Just waiting to cross the roads on the way back to the hotel. You seeing? Oh really?
Yeah, because obviously.
Oh god. Hope no one's looking at me. Oh yeah, I bet that's magical at night time. Be like something out of a film. As you can tell, it doesn't take us long to get back in our comfies. Mum's got the kettle on. We're so very British, even if we don't like to admit it while we're in Denmark. I say that because we were kind of hoping that not everybody would assume we were English, especially obviously because of Danish heritage and stuff. You know, I know this isn't the most natural hair colour in the world, but I thought, you know, they might look at me and think, oh, redhead, she's obviously Danish, but pretty much everywhere we've gone before we've even opened our mouth, they've started speaking to us in English. So we just must scream tourists and English. Right, it's Saturday morning. It's a bit cloudier today, but there's still blue sky appearing. We are up and ready, had breakfast, and we're now about to walk to Rosenborg Castle. We booked tickets online last night. It's about a 20-minute walk from the hotel, so we're going to go and check that out, as I did want to see a Danish castle before we go. Certainly not as busy as a weekday morning, but still plenty of people about. I think we found it. Super duper pretty along here. I feel like it's a bit like London or New York. You would just never know that these parks and these buildings are around, sort of hidden, even though they take up a lot of space, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Got a Danish flag flying just there. Not sure what that building is, but something always about flags flying that makes places look nice. Bit of a moat going around the castle, I just noticed. Just walking around to the entrance, hopefully. Tell you what, yeah you can, there's some soldiers just outside, but tell you what, Danish seagulls are not to be messed with. Don't know if you guys can see, we wondered why we almost did it, but there's massive fish in the water. No wonder the ducks aren't trying to eat them. There's also a heron over in that corner. Woo! Fish splashing around. Got our English map of our guide, all the history stuff in it. We're in the first room now. Show you a little snippet of each of the rooms, but as you can imagine it's a very much a historical building. Super interesting. All about King Christian at the moment. The toilet. Lovely. The King's toilet, yeah. And these tiles were put up in 1705. It's crazy. Beautiful. Swedish, Danish and Norwegian coat of arms. Decorated in 1668. So, I want this set of drawers in my house. How beautiful is that? Thrones, which is naturally where I belong, obviously. Look at that. Now in the basement all the treasures are and weapons and all that kind of thing. All made out of ivory, this bit. Ugh. Not a bad looking crown. These rings look amazing. Don't mind if I do. Definitely have that set, I think. Shop that I've picked something green. Something about foreign supermarkets. On our way back to the hotel now. Just walking back through the city square. I definitely recommend Rosenborg Castle. It's only about a 20-minute walk from the centre of Copenhagen, and definitely book tickets online before you go, because there was a huge queue when we got there. But now we're going to have some lunch at the hotel and then hopefully hire some bikes and head to where my great grandmother used to live. But I still haven't had that banoffee pastry that I bought yesterday, so hopefully that's still edible. If not, I got some cinnamon pastry roll things from that Netto supermarket just as a backup. Kettle's on, I think some of the sauce is run, but other than that we're good. Lunch with a view. Pastry was amazing, as expected. We are going to go head down to reception now and hopefully get some bikes. Is it weird to be nervous about cycling in this foreign country? I don't know. Don't even really do it in the UK that as much as I should, but in Denmark, I don't know how well you guys can see, they have like this here. So they have like the pedestrian bit, a cycle path that's like alongside the road, and then the actual road So at least we won't actually be cycling on the road, which helps. They didn't have any bikes left. Didn't even occur to us that they wouldn't have any bikes left, but we're going to go back later and reserve 2 for tomorrow. We're planning to go to Copenhagen Zoo tomorrow as it's Mother's Day in England, not Mother's Day here. But yeah, we're going to walk to Blydendsvej now to see where my great grandmother used to live. It's about a half-an-hour walk, but it's a lush day and it should be a good walk, especially as it's by the water. So we're going to do that, and then when we have dinner later we're going to have a good chat about what we're going to do tomorrow. But everything for a reason. At least if we do cycle to this area tomorrow, we'll have a rough idea where we're going. Hit water, so that's a good sign. That's near where she lived. Blydendsvej. We found it. So now we've just got to find number 84. 84? 3rd floor. Where did you say it was? In the corner?
Yeah.
Get run over by cars. I'm so glad it's still here. There was a load of scaffolding over there, so we were worried it would be there. Or as a shop or something, which wouldn't be unusual. Obviously it looks so different now to what it would have done then, but it's just so weird to think that this is where she lived and walked about, and there's a park opposite. We can go and have a look and just over there. Yeah, very nostalgic. No, I only took a quick clip then, but it was very independent, very cute, very small cafe there called Artscape, I think it was called. Whatever the logo said on the hand sanitizer, but that was good. There's some light refreshments. New plan, to take a bit of the pressure off tomorrow, we're going to go to Nyhavn Harbour, which is what I always think about, what's going on with this bit here, when I picture Copenhagen. So we're going to walk there, which is about a half-an-hour walk. Going to end up doing about 3 million steps today, because I look super pretty, and like I said, the weather's nice. And then we're going to have dinner on the way back. Still not fully decided what we're going to do tomorrow, but going there today will take a bit of the pressure off tomorrow. Whee! Nyhavn's probably not even close to how you pronounce it. Yeah, I just typed it into Google Images, and that harbour and those colourful houses is exactly what I picture when I think of Copenhagen, so that's where we are going to go now. Mixture of tourism and family stuff, that's what I promised you, isn't it? Mum was just like, oh, is that another palace? It's the same palace. I suppose we weren't to know, were we? We're walking through Rosenborg Park now on the way to Nyhavn. So it all looks rather familiar, but it's still rather pretty. Through Rosenborg Park, it's hard to believe that a harbour would be a 10-minute walk away, but unsurprisingly Google was right. I think it's just down there. You can start to see some of the colourful houses, but this area in general is so pretty. Just as many Ukrainian flags as there is Danish, which is nice. Say a big old anchor like that is always a good sign for a harbour. This is what I've always had in my head of what Copenhagen's like. Colourful houses and the harbour. Whee! Whee! Mum's just on the phone to my Uncle Phil, probably here in the background. So pretty though, just stand here forever. Now I've got all the hustle and bustle of Nyhavn, which is really nice to see. Guinness Book of World Records, statue of the thingy of the model thing of the world's tallest man. Mum doesn't even come up to his hips. When we were just walking along Nyhavn Harbour, if that's even how you say it, we were just saying how weird it feels to sort of be walking along in a foreign country, hustle and bustle, busy, pretty, sunny. Very much a feeling that I have missed, but it kind of just makes you forget that the pandemic and everything happened. It's crazy, but yeah, we're now just walking back up Strogar Street to go to Frankie's Pizza, which is another pizza place that we found that should do gluten-free. So fingers crossed. But you can tell this is the posher end of Strogar because that's where all the designer shops are.
You'll learn to live again. There's times like these you can't give.
Keys on Strogat. It's a pretty funky, very pink looking place. You blend actually, Mum, you got your pink hoodie on. Menus in Danish, but you can kind of figure stuff out. So yeah. Both just walked down the street moaning that we're cold. So naturally we're now in the queue to get some ice cream. Finally got some. I've never had blueberry ice cream before. Is that a thing in England? I don't know. I got vanilla and blueberry. What did you get?
Toffee and vanilla.
Toffee and vanilla. Cheers. Bit of a contrast on our night last night, but we're now going to the hotel lounge to drink our drinks that were included in the deal and play Uno. It's all about contrast. Why are hotel corridors always really creepy? Makes you want to run faster. White wine spritzer galore. Get those cards shuffling, girl. Good morning. It's our final full day in Copenhagen today, and it's Zoo and Mermaid Day. And no, that doesn't mean I'm expecting to see mermaids at the zoo. But hopefully it's a good zoo. It's about a 40-minute walk from the hotel, so we're gonna head there now. You'll be sick of this view by the time I'm finished, but meant to be a dull day today, but not looking too bad for a dull day. Arrived at the zoo. Already a dinosaur. We're just being typical tourists and looking at the map, which is partly in Danish and partly in English. Yeah. But I don't think it will actually take us that long. And the first thing I spotted was the churro stand, so again, you know where my mind's at. Things like this always really freak me out, and also reminds me of sea life centres.
Yes, would you say yes?
His feet. Ah! Did you see that?
No.
He's having a whale of a time. Look. The other one's looking at him like, what are you doing? Hello, reindeer. Taking a well-earned break, and then run up to, well, I say run up to Christmas, it's only March, but I suppose you're still tired from Christmas, aren't you? Oh my god, they're actually like the cutest things. Having a snooze. They're digging for something. I don't think I've ever seen brown bears like that. Actually just spotted Dumbo. How bloody cute. Never seen a baby elephant before. That one's waiting for something. He's munching on something. These ones are chilling. I think they know where their food's coming from. Baby one's feeding by the look of it. I've seen a panda before either, and this one is very much chilling. Oh, this one will give him a big old belly rub. That's how Milo lays when he wants a tummy rub. Have you ever seen a monkey that small before? Like, is that a baby or just the cutest thing you've ever seen? It's a giant Shelly. Shelly being one of Jack's tortoise, if you're unaware. Oh, they're adorable. Certainly know where their food comes from. You wait till he turns around. It's beautiful. Reminds me of Rafiki. One of the zookeepers has just come in. He's sat by the gate ever since, so I think he's front of the line to getting some food. I couldn't not get any churros, could I? Yeah, and I asked for them specifically without chocolate because I've given up chocolate for Lent, so I've got cinnamon sugar. I love cinnamon here, and I'm definitely pleased about that. So nice. So we're in the tropical house. Lots of birds and frogs and all sorts, but who can spot the sloth? I love the lizards and things, I think they're quite cute. How pretty he is. Almost looks glittery. These butterflies look like they're see-through. So pretty. Absolutely amazing, look at that. Beautiful. And when it comes to a place like this, does it get more beautiful than the big cats? They're just so regal, aren't they? What a beautiful day as well. She's just rolled right over. Yeah. Getting some sun on that tummy. Kittim just led there. Mufasa the king. Mum's favourite. We're at the Flodhest. The hippos. How cute. I know they could eat you in a second, but doesn't make them any less cute. Excited. Mother's Day in Copenhagen and this hippos. They do look really cute. Some brave ass deer things, whatever they are. They're not deers, but you know what I mean. How cute is that baby hippo? We just ran around so Mum could see it. Danish hippo at Copenhagen Zoo on Mother's Day. Don't get much better than that. A zebra, king of the castle. There's loads of babies in this zoo. They're really pretty though. I always like the African bits of zoos. Just heading towards the entrance exit so we could leave. And then I looked at the lines naturally and I spotted a little baby one. So naturally we're now going around the corner so we can get a better look. There's actually two, but can only see that one at the minute. The other one's near the back. How adorable. Well, we've never seen so many babies at a zoo before, so we're very lucky with that, but I suppose that was the kind of season for it. I think the lion was trying to make a few more babies as we were leaving, but Lady was having none of it. We're now just walking back to the hotel, might stop off and get some refreshments on the way, I haven't decided yet. Mum's got hiccups, so she's trying to get rid of those. I saw a couple of, oh my god, did you just trip?
No, I just hiccuped.
I saw a couple of Joe and the juices on the way here, so might pick up a juice of some sort. It's so sunny today, it was meant to be dull. Not that I'm complaining, but yeah, so bike ride to the Little Mermaid at the harbour this afternoon, hopefully. The receptionist is in trouble as she didn't reserve her bikes properly. Look, those are our bikes and we just cycled to the Little Mermaid. How proud are you? I only had to shout at Mum to get off the road once. It is quite confusing though.
And I went through a red light.
And she went through one red light, yeah, so maybe I should lead the way on the way back. But it's quite confusing, even though it's good to have the separate cycle road, it is actually quite confusing. But it's cute because you have your own little cycle traffic lights, little diddy ones. But yeah, we're at the harbour, about to go see Ariel, Little Mermaid, whatever you want to call her. Mum always says blink or you'll miss her, and she wasn't wrong. It's iconic though, isn't it? It's rather picturesque. It was so weird being stood here. I've seen pictures of her so many times. I feel very smug and proud of ourselves for actually cycling as well. Mum was saying that it's a lot more touristy than when she came, but I did remind her that she's like 62, so she came when a child, so I'm not surprised it's a little bit more touristy now. It's one of them places that when you're taking pictures, it seems like it's going to be really empty, but there's actually just a queue of people behind you waiting to take the same sort of picture. And where our cruise is going to come in actually, because this is their main harbour. Doesn't seem like it's big enough to take a cruise ship, but maybe we'll be like here or something. Who knows? Mermaid can welcome us in. Is it even possible to go by the sea and not get an ice cream? One of them is mine, by the way. Was going to order a Magnum, but I didn't, because then I clicked it was chocolate. Check me out. So now going to enjoy an ice cream by the harbour. Lovely. I've got bike windswept hair. We made it back to the hotel. I really wanted to actually try and film us cycling, but I thought, no, let's not push it. Us actually just cycling and not getting run over was a blessing in itself. But I'm really glad that we did it. It was really fun, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again now. Like if we came back here, I would say, yep, let's just cycle. So it was good that the deal that we booked for this hotel, we booked it through Secret Escapes. So it's quite good that you get little extras like that, because it included free bike hire from the hotel. So that's definitely worth it, especially with how expensive Denmark and Scandinavia in general is. But yeah, we are now gonna sort ourselves out and get ready for some dinner, although I'm not actually that hungry yet after that ice cream. I was just saying to Mum when we were handing our keys back that I wish England and, you know, cities like London, but just in general, we were more set up for cycling, because having like the road, cycle path and then pedestrian path makes it so much easier and more relaxing when you're actually cycling, especially like I say, as you get your own set of traffic lights and all that kind of thing. So I wish England was more set up for that, especially with fuel being so expensive now. I think it would encourage a lot more biking and exercising. This place is lush. It's like a proper sort of independent, traditional Italian restaurant. It's got a big old menu, but it's also got gluten-free pasta, which is what we were looking for. It's lovely. Right, it's final. If you're ever in Copenhagen, you have to go to that restaurant. It translated just into restaurant Italian, but it was Ristorante Italiano in central Copenhagen, obviously, but it was so nice. And it was gorgeous in there, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
Yeah, lovely food, awesome atmosphere, just lovely. Definitely go there, you'll thank me for it. Right, we've got half an hour left till the lounge closes, so got to make the most of it, haven't we? White wine spritzes and Uno it is on our last night. So, our last morning. We are aiming to get a taxi for 3ish. I think it's like, what time is it now? Yeah, 5 to 10. So we're gonna head out now, do the typical, what I feel like is a British tourist thing, go to the supermarket and pick up some Danish treats, and we're gonna go to the souvenir shop because I want to get some Danish flags. We've got some super old like Danish flag chains that we put around our Christmas tree, but they're super old, so I want to get some new ones. Really dull when we woke up this morning, but sky's coming out now. Sky's coming out? Blue sky's coming out. I don't know why there's apples everywhere in this hotel, but I thought that was more of a New York thing. Crossing the road. This always reminds me of New York as well, actually, especially as the traffic lights are timed. Bong. Bong. Not sure that's a sound we're necessarily going to miss, especially when it's late at night, but it is nice during the day seeing it all. I was just thinking it's the last time we're going to walk across the square, but I don't want to keep thinking, oh, it's the last time we're going to be doing this and that, 'cause it's not going to be the last time that we come here. And Mum just said it's not the last time anyway, because we're going to be walking back here for lunch, which I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, because I'm definitely getting a pastry for lunch. Just going to fill myself with pastry before we travel home. Got our flags for our Christmas tree, and then obviously we could not get Christmas decorations, so you got them, which are cute, with the flags on. These are the cinnamon pastries in the supermarkets, which are nice. Obviously not as good as the mega pastries in the bakeries, but definitely more than good enough to go home. Danish flag serviettes. Mum doesn't even know what she's going to use them for, but she wanted them anyway. Now these, got about 1,000 boxes of these all together. Apparently they're really good, thin, like Danish chocolate, so I've got them to share about when we get home. And we've got these cinnamon biscuits. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that are in the lounge at the hotel, but either way they taste good, so I've got some of them to take home. Checked out and now time for lunch. Look at that. Back at the hotel lobby, Mum's pretending she can count all of our change that we've got left. We just went to, it's almost like a Savers type place, but we had some time to kill, a bit like a girly supermarket. But I know you can get this in England. I've got this Batiste overnight deep cleanse, which I know you can get in England, but it always seems to be sold out, and I really want to try it, so there we go. And we've got these heatless curl things to try. Instructions are in Danish, so that'll be interesting, but I've seen enough people do it. I reckon I'll work it out. It's one of them sofas we can just sink and stay here forever. I might just sit here forever. Oh, please order a taxi. Just continue to lay here like this. The glasses are well reflective, aren't they? Bye Denmark, until next time.